Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us again to your Lunch and Learn. Today we got episode number 8. And today we have 4 powerful concepts for building your business. So we have our coach Bruce here with us today. Bruce, thank you for being here with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for doing this with me, Coach Juan. I love this.
Yes. So let's dive right into this, Bruce, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. In fact, I so love it. This comes from a small little book or booklet that Bob Proctor wrote called Path to Agreement. And the 4 powerful concepts for building your business. And he says, with a conscious understanding of the meaning of each of these 4 words, although today we're only going to go over the first 2, professional selling, management, and psychology. So today, professional selling. You will become very aware of the importance of the ideas in this book. It will also become obvious that anyone can improve their sales ability. I'm going to say persuasiveness in every area of their life by continually developing their ability to effectively execute the ideas that we are about to study. So the first concept today is professional. And Bob was really great about this. He says that he looked in the dictionary and the first 2 definitions he comes up with professional is one who engages in a pursuit or activity professionally. Makes sense. 2, one who attempts to do a better job today than they did yesterday. Well, that comes back to us, even when we are not doctors and lawyers. But the one that Bob likes the most, the one that I really like the most too, is he says, one who is at their best regardless.
Yes. And I love that part too, because it makes a lot of sense. And I was talking to Bruce earlier and I was telling him, you know what? One person who is at the best regardless, I think it all depends on the position that you have. For example, when I was building swimming pools, when I was doing it for an hourly rate, my way of thinking was one way, like just go in there and do the job and do only what I'm told to do. That was my way of thinking. I didn't care about customer service. I didn't care about none of that stuff because my thinking was very limited. So, and Bruce asked me earlier, he's like, what about the customer service? What if somebody had a complaint about the job site or the kind of your performance that you were doing out there on the job site? Like, I didn't really care about that at the time, Bruce. Like we had the guy in charge, like he was a professional, go and deal with him. All we wanted to do, go and do the job and get in there and get out and go drink some beer at the end of the day. And that was my way of thinking. But that shifted once we went to doing piecework. And piecework pretty much is like you do the job and we'll pay you by the job. So you bring as many people as you want to the job site and you get it done as fast as you can. And I mean, the more jobs that we do, the more money that we all make. So once I went from an hourly rate to doing piecework, my mind shifted. Now I had to think like a professional. Now everything that I did on the job site mattered. Every single piece of equipment that we put together or that put it on display for the customer to have. I mean, because the customer is they're gonna stay with that job. I mean, for the rest of their lives, 15, 30 years down the road, that's gonna be their swimming pool. So now all of a sudden everything matters to Juan. Now I'm like, hey, I thought that you didn't really care about the job site, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, like now we gotta make sure that everything is done right as a professional. So, and that's kind of like the way that I see professional. And that's the same thing that we do here with our coaching clients. Some of our clients, I was thinking about this. Some of our clients come in and they want to go from here and take off with their goals that they have. But what about this part right here that's missing? That's what we're finding out with a lot of our clients that we have. There's some stuff missing here, but they want to take off from here. They want the magic pill from here and take off from there. They don't want to find out what is it that they're really missing down here. And as professionals, that's one of the things that we get to do here with not just by myself, but Coach Bruce and other coaches that we have here on staff. So what do you think about that, Coach Bruce?
I love what you're saying, Coach Juan. Reminds me of a number of years ago. I was a head coach in a landmark program, and I had one coach who would not talk to me about it for 5 participants. She just wouldn't. She was a beautiful young lady, and I had never met her before, so she was assigned to my coaching team, and all of a sudden I'm getting snubbed. I'm calling and she's like giving me monosyllabic responses. How are you today? Fine. Anything interesting? No. You know, anything you want to share? No. And I was like, I don't understand what I did to this young woman. But I think I shared in an early episode that my commitment is that anybody I coach, even a coach when I'm head coaching, gets more value out of my coaching with them than they give to any of their participants. So, I talk with the leaders of the program and said, well, we got to get some information on her participants. There's a commitment to the people there. I was like, okay. So the next time I spoke with her, I asked her, I said, if you could say anything to me and there were no repercussions whatsoever, what would you say? And she checks. She says, no repercussions whatsoever? I said, yeah, please, absolutely no repercussions whatsoever. So I'm going to keep this clean. Just, I would say that you effing Caucasian men, you don't give an S about anybody but yourselves and the projects you're up to. And that's the thing. You effing Caucasian men are so self-centered. You're disgusting. So I said, let me see if I have this correct. I am a Caucasian, an effing Caucasian man, and we effing Caucasian men don't care about anything other than ourselves and what we want. She goes, yes. I said, okay, well, let's pretend that I do, and we were going to take care of you. What might we be talking about? And all of a sudden the floodgates open. She goes, well, I'm Chinese, and my fiance, his family's from Southern Illinois, and he's Caucasian, and frankly, I know his father wants to break us up, and we live together. So his parents are coming up to spend a couple of weeks with us, and I'm sure his father's going to try to break us up. I said, well, okay, so I got the concern. I really got the concern. So I said, well, what if our coaching sessions were about you enrolling his parents into that you are the best partner for their son? Would that make a difference? And she says, would you be willing to do this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's the only thing that really matters. She goes, that'd be great. I said, okay. She goes, do you want to know anything about my participants? I said, if you're open to sharing, yeah, So, and that was probably about 15 years ago. And I could call her, she could call me today, and there's just total relatedness. And I'm going to assert that comes out of the professionalism that when you're coaching somebody, your commitment is that they fulfill on what's most important to them.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Bruce. And I'm sitting here thinking about what's the profession. It doesn't really matter what kind of profession you're in. You could be a professional as a parent, as a husband, as a wife. It doesn't have to do everything with sales. I mean, sales, it's a title that's been given to this process that we're doing here. But as professionals, we have to be the professional in our family, with our friends, and with our inner circle. It doesn't really matter what is it that we're doing. But at the end of the day, it's the value that we're providing for our friends, our family, our clients, is the value that we're serving them. So we have to be able to serve them at a professional level in every area of our life.
I love that, Coach Juan. I mean, we always talk about what's your big why? Well, as coaches, our big why is that our clients are successful. And that's what I'm hearing you say. And frankly, when you talk about, it could be as a parent with a child, anybody who's had children sort of remembers the experience where the child says, I hate you. I'm leaving home. I don't remember if mine actually said that, but you've seen it on television, and what you do is you say, well, can I get you a suitcase? Can I help you pack your bags? And do me a favor, tell me where you're staying so I'll know where to send your favorite toys or something like that. Knowing that the child is just probably overtired, they're frustrated, and this is just in the moment. And if we bring that experience of being the adult caring for this overtired child to our work situations, to our spousal relationships, to our important relationships, people could say things to us, and then we get that's just what's happening for them right now in the moment. We know who they are for us. We know who we are for them. So again, being a professional allows us not to take in that anger,
Mhm.
but to continue to interact with that loved one for the best, or a client, for the best result for them, and then it becomes the best result for us too. Would you agree?
I totally agree with that, Bruce, and thank you for that insight. And now we're gonna move into selling because I know we want to respect your time here. This is lunch and learn. So, what do you think about when we talk about the word selling, Bruce? Like, what comes to mind?
You know, I know selling is an important function in any business. I really do. Again, in Bob Proctor's Path to Agreement, he gives us two options for the definition. And I love both of them. Selling, he says, is one, to have your ideas accepted, adopted, or approved. But the one that really touches me, and it's the title of his book, it's to lead another person in the path of agreement. And for me, the best sales over my many, many years have come where my client and I, we know exactly what they're up to. We know exactly what my capabilities are, even if it's where I'm not 100% sure that we can get it done. But usually that occurs when I don't know if anybody can get it done. As a detective, you don't always know what the evidence is that you're going to find, but you talk to your client and say, look, we're going to give it our best shot. I know what I'm capable of. I don't know what the other person's answer will be. So if that's what you would like to do, here's what I'm going to charge you for that. If you want, we'll go ahead. Decision's up to you. So it's creating clarity and with a clear choice about the service that will be provided. So I love that part of sales, but I do love that last definition, to lead another person in the path to agreement. And you, my friend, Coach Juan, what do you think?
No, I'm thinking about the example that you gave us with this young lady you were talking to. In order for you to lead her in a path to agreement, you had to figure out what was holding her back. What was she upset about? But they had to go through you had to go up to her, you had to ask her some questions, and that's probably the best way that we're gonna lead another person to agreement. We have to have the clarity in everything that we do in life. It's not just in sales. How do we, you use that example by your children, they want to leave home, they're upset about certain things. Okay, let's get clear about what's bothering you. What's causing you to want to go and leave home and go struggle somewhere else? But I think it has to do a lot with clarity. And when I think about the word selling, I think about helping, providing what kind of service can I provide for, whether it be my clients or my neighbors or whatever it is that we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So I love the definition here, to lead another person in the path of agreement. And that's the way that we want to serve you guys. So if you guys ever decide to come and join us or be with us in one of our events, one of our classes, we want to help you get to that level. We want to serve you and help you get in the path to agreement and help you reach your goals. Because that's what we do here. We help people go after the big why, like Bruce was just saying right now. We want to help you get to the big why, and we want to be able to serve you and help you and be able to join ventures with you guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to make two offers. One is daily. We invite you, the listening audience, to participate in one of our classes at no cost whatsoever. We want to give you a taste of the work that we do. So what is our hashtag invitation today?
We could do hashtag professional.
Great. Hashtag professional. So if you put that, send it to us, that will send you the invitation with the link to get into the class. Yeah?
Yes.
The second invitation is just to remind you that typically we offer a free 30-minute discovery call. So you get to tell us what you're up to. We get to listen and find out your big why. And then you're going to say, do you think you could help me? And we're always going to say, well, yeah, we think we can help you, because we really do believe that we can help you. But now we'll have some idea about the path to agreement that will assist you the most. So there's that free 30-minute discovery call that we invite you to take advantage of.
Yes, and we're gonna post those links to that, so that you can set up an appointment with either myself or with Bruce. But we're gonna give you the option, like Bruce just said. I mean, I would strongly suggest that you take advantage of that. And like I said, it's free, no cost. So we just want to serve you. We just want to help you and figure out if we can help you, or we have other coaches that could probably help you as well. So thank you for being part of this Lunch and Learn. Like I said, today's episode number 8, and I think we're gonna get there pretty quick. I don't know how many episodes we're shooting for, but we're just gonna go as far as we can with this Lunch and Learn. Any last words, Bruce, before we cut off?
I don't really have anything brilliant to say, but again, all of you who took time out from your lunchtime, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to speaking with you over the phone, meeting you, and just getting to know how we can support you.
Yes. So thank you. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about management and psychology. So you want to make sure that you come back for some more, and you don't want to miss those episode number 9 tomorrow. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.